Hello there, good people of the world, and welcome to another video. Today we're here at an airport in Siberia, and we're gearing up for a flight into the heart of a very mysterious area, basically. Our destination is the remote region that was the location of one of the most interesting, powerful, and quite unsettling events in recorded history, the Tunguska Event. We'll get this aircraft started, we're going to take off, and then using a bit of time-lapse magic, we'll fly deep into the Siberian taiga. And once we've reached the destination, we'll take a good look at ground zero, and we'll talk facts and fiction. We're now flying deep within the Siberian wilderness, and we're approaching the coordinates 60 degrees 55 minutes north and 101 degrees 57 minutes east. And it was in this vast remote territory on June 30th, 1908, around 7 a.m. local time, that an ordinary morning was shattered by an event of cosmic proportions. Imagine this. There is an object, likely some kind of stony asteroid or a comet fragment, which was estimated to be about 50 to 60 meters in diameter. Think the size of a multi-story office building. And that one slams into Earth's atmosphere at tens of thousands of miles per hour. It does not hit the ground, but instead, due to the immense pressure and heat that was generated during entry into the atmosphere, the object explodes in mid-air about 3 to 6 miles above the ground. The energy that was released was staggering. There are estimates which range from 15 to 20 megatons of TNT. Some calculations go even higher. To put that into perspective, that's roughly 1,000 times more powerful than the atomic bomb that was dropped on Hiroshima. Eyewitnesses, some dozens of kilometers away, did report a blinding flash, a column of fire, and a wave of scorching heat. There was one man, supposedly about 40 miles from the epicenter, who said that he was thrown from his chair and his shirt was feeling like it was on fire. Buildings trembled, windows shattered hundreds of kilometers away, and the resulting shock wave was registered by seismic stations across Europe. The explosion obliterated over 830 square miles of forest. That's an area that's larger than many major cities today. An estimated 80 million trees were instantly flattened, and their trunks snapped like twigs, all radiating outwards from the blast center. For several nights after that, the skies over Europe and Asia glowed with an unnatural, eerie brightness, with reports of people being able to read newspapers outdoors at midnight as far away as London. It took a while until the world actually found out what happened. The sheer remoteness and the political turmoil in Russia meant it took nearly 2 decades for the first proper scientific expedition, which was led by Leonid Kulik in 1927, to actually reach the devastated area. Kulik, who was expecting a massive impact crater, found none. Just a vast, chilling radial forest of fallen trees, with some at the very center still standing, stripped vertically of their branches because they were standing in the vertical center of the explosion. Now, of course, with something this dramatic and this mysterious, the conspiracy theories weren't far behind. Over the years, people have blamed everything from alien spacecraft crashing to secret weapon tests to Nikola Tesla firing off some kind of death ray from halfway across the world. And some even believed that it was a black hole or a miniature antimatter explosion. It sounds wild, all of it. And honestly, that's part of why the Tunguska event has captured people's imagination for over a century. But when you consider how remote this place is, how long it took scientists to even get out there, it really makes sense that rumors filled the gaps. No photos, no witnesses close enough to describe it in detail. Just a flattened forest, a glowing sky, and a whole lot of unanswered questions. Now let's consider a chilling what if. Imagine this same object with the same energy exploding not over remote Siberia, but directly above a densely populated modern city like New York, London, or Berlin. The consequences would be catastrophic. Within a radius of many kilometers, buildings would be annihilated by the air blast. The thermal radiation, the intense heat, would ignite widespread fires. Millions of lives would be lost instantly, and millions more would suffer severe injuries. The infrastructure of an entire metropolitan area, which is vital for a nation's economy and stability, would be crippled or even destroyed entirely. It would be a disaster on a scale unseen in modern human history, dwarfing any conventional weapon. So, as we fly over this immense, largely uninhabited landscape in our simulators, approaching the approximate epicenter we mentioned earlier, that really brings home the scale of such an event. When you recreate this flight, don't use time-lapse, because only then you will actually grasp the remoteness of the area and the sheer luck humanity has had at this point that the event took place in the middle of nowhere. To me, exploring the Tunguska event is kind of a planetary wake-up call, really. It makes you think about Earth's place in the universe, about the fact that these powerful events, well, they're thankfully pretty rare in human experience, they are a natural part of how things work. It's really humbling. It's a humbling thought, and it certainly makes you appreciate that our modern world hasn't had to face something of this magnitude in recent memory. This video, mixing flight simulation with a bit of history and exploration, that's something new that I want to try out, because it's something that I enjoy watching myself, like sitting on the john, taking a break from my daily grind. Think of it as a bit of a test run, and I'd sincerely appreciate your thoughts on it. Whether this is something that you like to see more of, or if you have any ideas for future flights or events that you might be curious about, please do leave a comment below, and thanks so much for watching, and I guess I'll see you in the next one.